Ooh, look at you. Hey, I know it's been a couple weeks since my last video, but here's why all that's important. Today I'm talking about creative burnout. Um, Now, not only in that video, if you watched it, I've realized no one has. Um, if you watched that video, what I was stating in that video was that I had kind of lost my way as far as like what my YouTube was gonna be about and things like that. So that was not only a reason why I haven't made a video, but why I also haven't been making just art in general. I am burnt out creatively. Um, and there's another big reason for that. Well, I'll get to here in a second. But yeah, I'm. I didn't. I think the biggest thing about it was I wasn't really liking what I was making, whether it be videos, or whether it be drawings, or whether I'm like taking photos or editing photos. I really wasn't feeling what was coming out. And I wasn't enjoying the process either. Um, and that had honestly been going on, what's it now, March? That had been going on for almost like a month or like a month and a half. Like when it came to doing the whole like fuck a bridge project, it's not that I didn't want to do it, but when I was working on it at certain points, I was just kind of like, I'm not really in love with what I'm making here. And as an artist, you understand that you're not gonna love or be in love with absolutely everything that comes out of the think tank. But it had been something I've been working on, something I actually felt very deeply about. So it had really kind of taken me back a little bit that I was just kind of feeling burnt out. Not only that, but just like music things and photography and just making art. I just kind of got tired. Also, I was just not having as many like fresh ideas for what I wanted to draw. Like, obviously, I can draw whatever that I put my mind to, but there wasn't anything that really just sounded or that was like necessarily hitting in a certain way that made me want to really just go down that rabbit hole of like, all right, well, I like this saying. What does it mean? How can I flip it? What can I, think? What like I didn't. Excuse me. I didn't have any of that. Like I would see things or hear things, and I would just be like, whatever. Um. Also, I don't think I'm depressed at the moment. I know I deal with depression and things, but I don't feel like it's your usual just like bout of depression. But it could be. I know I was pressed about money at the later part of the year and trying to get a new job. That's another reason why I haven't made anything. Is because I've been just going through this whole new job process and just trying to get acclimated to that, seeing how the money's working, all that. So I've just had to be focused on like real life for real. Um, so yeah, it was those things. And I don't know how many people actually do it, and it's not to be like I'm the only person who ever has or ever will. But at least for me, when it comes to doing things like or different mediums of media, obviously, I like it's not easy sometimes just to go from like photography to music to drawing to music to drawing to photography to drawing to music. Like those just require different parts of at least my creative brain, and just switching from day to day or month to month, like I can't do that. So I just need like time, or I just need like a project to work on or something like that to where I'm just constantly shifting. But I think just in January when I added like YouTube to it, my brain was just kind of like, all right, bro, you need to step back and figure out what we're really doing or where we're really going with any of this. That was another reason why I feel like I had creative burnout. I didn't, and I sometimes still don't kind of know where I'm going with my art. I just like to make shit. Um, I feel like it, not that it doesn't need a necessarily like end goal, but sometimes I really just like to make things that I like to make. I think what's also throwing me off is just not having solidified goals of my own as far as like just certain things I want to do in my life. Um, it's not that I can't set goals. It's just sometimes this things seem so vast, or at least the opportunities and options seem so vast, and I'm tired of being a person who can wear like any hat, or a person who wears, or like a master of none. Like I want to be able to sit down, focus, and really like lock in on something. Um, and that's only been an issue. Excuse me. It's only been an issue because I just like a lot of stuff. Like shit be cool. Um, so and it's hard. Definitely, it's been an issue with like that indecisiveness because I might choose like photography for something, but then I might feel like, oh, but what if I should have been drawing, or what if I should have been making music during this era, like, and that's where I'll stress myself out and almost not do anything because I didn't make an actual just like choice. So that's why I've been creatively burnt out for the last couple weeks. Um, I still have like videos I want to make. I think I might start doing them like this before I go to work. Just try something different out. But also, a reason why I'm creatively burnt out, and I think why some other people are hitting like this burnout or hitting this wall to an extent where they're not feeling the juices anymore, is because we've become so adapt, or I would say it's just become more normal to turn all of our hobbies into hustles. Like everything that we just like to do outside of work or outside of going to someone else's business, which I definitely understand. Um, there's been so much, I won't even say societal pressure, but Instagram and Twitter and just social media have given us the insight into other people's lives as to what they're doing with some of their things, and we see how it works out for them. That now we think that we should all just be out here with our own LLC. We should be our own CEOs. We should have SEOs and CFOs and all this other shit. And it's just like sometimes monetizing every part of me doesn't make me feel better, right? Like in the long run, yes, I may be, a little more occupationally free as far as like I don't have to go into someone's job and do something for them and make them money all day. But I still think it's important to almost have that separation between like home and work a little more, right? Or maybe it's just important for us to not have to try and make money off of every single part of us, right? Like, yes, prostitution is the oldest trick in the book, oldest job in the world, or whatever the case may be, but we don't have to sell every single part of ourselves just to make sure that we're ahead of other people, or just to make sure that like our gram looks good. Now, it's not always about the gram. Like people do just generally want to do better. I want to do better in my life, but I don't want it to have to come. I don't want to have to sacrifice the things that I genuinely love doing in order just to get somewhere else, because then it just turns into another job, right? Like a dream job is still a job. I have a video that I'm working on, or quote unquote. I have a video that I was gonna drop about our dream, like a dream person of our dreams. A dream job is still a job. A dream relationship is still a relationship. Like you still have to work. You still have your ups and downs. You still have your I don't want to do this shit days. And me personally, I just don't want to. I don't want to lose the the enjoyment that I have from making my art just because I'm trying to make money off of it. Like, if I can also make money off of my art, that's fantastic. But if not, that's cool too. Like, I really can't tell you guys how much I actually listen to my own music just because I like it that much. So, I believe it's important for us to kind of have our spaces for things, right? Like, what time is it now? This is an actual question. It's 10:30. I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna go get on my bike before I have to go to work. Um, I've thought about making a video or not video. I thought about making a page based around like cycling or based around like bike things. But I've noticed when I bike, one, I don't want to have to worry about all this little extra technology, but two, it's a space for me to be alone in nature, just be outside, and I'm alone, and I get to just like get some of this extra stress off of my body, all this extra shit off my body. So no, you might see my bike, I might take pictures of my bike, or you might see like some things about my bikes, but I'm not gonna start making this into a bike channel, you know. Um, so yeah, that's it really. It's just all of our hobbies shouldn't be hustles, and I've been creatively burnt out.